good morning to everybody. Those who are watching this now from the recording what you actually missed is the exclusive from Bangkok and from the event yesterday at the Bangkok facility, plastic waste to advanced bio oil. So good morning, everybody, and welcome. And Renee, do you want to actually announce what the actual topic is today, and then I'll play a little video.
The topic of today is master your mindset. Wow. That's a very good topic, and I love that as well. But more in detail later on the presentation. But first, start with the company video as well.
What is your mindset?
Very, very good.
I know that. Just remember, guys, no matter what you look at and where you're at, if you want to accept change, first, you must change. If you don't change, you're going to get the same old every day. So, just always remember, if you want change, you must change. So I'm going to share my screen again.
Our world is no longer in good health. It is suffering. Ever-increasing levels of air, water, and plastic pollution are creating a menacing chokehold around our quality of life. We are drowning in a sea of waste. Many of us think that there is little we can do to change it. Is that so? As a company, Corsair's mission is to build and develop effective solutions to these threats. Corsair helps the environment by removing plastic waste and then recycling it, by reducing the number of poisonous particles in the air that you breathe daily, and by cleaning our rivers and oceans from toxic pollution. In addition, Corsair aims to reverse climate change and reduce global poverty, helping those in need. Funded by both private investors and a network of environmentally conscious entrepreneurs called Amplivo, Corsair is here to help save our world. We are asking you to join us and clean our planet from the pollution that is killing it. We are asking you to join the fight so that together we can leave a safer and healthier world to our children and future generations. When we work together, we can make a difference. By being part of the Amplivo network and helping others, you also can earn an income, create wealth, and move towards financial freedom. Interested to know more? We thought so. Let us connect. Corsair, for a cleaner future.
Now, I know I always say this, but that's such a fantastic video and it should be shared with as many people as possible. If you don't have a link to this video, please ask. Somebody will have it and someone can provide you with a link. But you can always find it on Amplivo International as well, YouTube channel. Okay, now to put a little bit of fun into, I've got a little wee short video, but to put a little bit of fun into Reset Your Mind, we're just going to play a little one. Some of you may have seen this before, but it's a great way to start off a great program that Renee has laid out for you. So what mindset do you have? So I'm now going to pass over to Renee And thank you so far. Okay.
Yes, good morning, everybody. A very good video as well. You can see my screen, Roger?
Perfect.
All right. So this topic of today, and I like that video with Harry and Larry. It's very, very funny. And this is a very good topic as well. Master your mindset for success in your business. I know that a lot of people are struggling with to have the right mindset as well. So this things what I want to share with you really blowing, and I know that when you understand how to master your mindset, you can use that every single day as well. So mindset is the operating system of your life. Look at your current life, so your own reality, and you immediately know what your current thoughts are. So you are what you think, and a lot of people just watch the reality and never have a clue what the thoughts are. So that is one of the first most important things, how to change your mindset and how to change your own reality. I see mindset as a kind of slide projector in which you put your thoughts, and the outcome is a certain image. And the only thing we are aware is the image that of your life. And really, really funny that many people try to change that image, but they can't. The image keeps going back to its current form because it's the outcome of your thoughts. So you can also say that the bulb is your conditioning, your condenser is your thoughts, your slide is your paradigm, and your projector is your eyes. That means the image is your life. So if you want something others than that image, you have to go back to the source that create that image, and that's your mind. So the only way to grow is to change your mind. So do you want to be successful? And I think that a lot of people agree with me that they will be that as an answer as yes. Then the only way to achieve that is by changing your current mindset. And the results is 100% sure that you will attract a different situation and get another image. And that is what we want. So first, you need to get insights into how your conditioning, your thinking patterns, and your beliefs came about. Conditioning is also known as your own paradigm. That's how you see your life. And that's for everybody different. So my view of my life is different than another. So that means that conditioning is also known as the paradigm. And the paradigm is a complex set of views, a frame of reference from which you see the world around you by yourself. And it forms your frame of mind and your image and your reality in which you believe. It's your own personal reality. So each one has been programmed over the years by our conditionings, belief, experience, school, parents, etc., etc., etc. So by asking yourself the right questions, you can have more insight into the way in which you are unconsciously conditioning is programmed. So you can also see your mindset, as simple as it is, as an operating system. And I like this picture. You are the hardware, and we have operating system applications, and you use that. So the big question is how you can change your current thinking pattern, your hardware, so that you get a different mindset. A different mindset leads to a different reality. So a different reality, also a different outcome of a different images as well. And that's the key to change your mindset. And it's really insane. And keep that also in mind, is if you continue to do everything as you have done until now, you will always get the same results. And if it turns out that you can't get something done in a certain way, it makes no sense to perform that action over and over and over again in exactly the same way. And of course, there is a good chance that you will get the same results. So the same old thinking keeps over and over again the same old results. And I like this one from Einstein is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I like this one. I like this one. So if you want to have a 4-star, a 5-star, a 6-star, and you have problems to reach that, maybe it's a good idea to change your thinking so that you attract more situations, and then you can become a 4 and 5 star as well. So it is simply becoming aware of what you are doing, because you are looking to your own images so that you can discovering what you can best change to get a different outcome. So my advice, be aware of what you're thinking. Be aware of what you're thinking. And what I have done in the past is I take my phone and I set an alarm every single 30 minutes. And I have then a moment, what was my thoughts this 30 minutes? So that you more and more aware of your thinking pattern as well. So watch your image first, discover then your previous thoughts in this way, work backwards to discover your conditioning so that you can change your thoughts and you can change your paradigm. So the main question in that topic as well, but why do the most not succeed in this way? Well, because your software does not want to be overwritten by an update overnight. It's just like to go to a gym, and you cannot become an Arnold Schwarzenegger just in 1 week. You must have to practice over and over again, and then you see something in progress. It's a lengthy process. So there is a good chance that you will always fall back into the same pattern, your operating system. So the solution for this one is, if you are aware of your thoughts and you have new thoughts, repetition is the key. Every single day, you must thinking about your new thoughts. And number two, it's also that a lot of people falling into the same pattern is because the most people don't really want to. They want to, but not really want to. They are pretending, but they are kidding themselves. So you are unable to program your software update. And what you are needed to have different outcome is, first of all, your desire. If you have no desire, all right, that will be difficult. Also the need. The higher the need, the higher the desire, the more possibilities is that the outcome is even better. So also self-discipline, perseverance, that is also very, very important, perseverance. And of course, your willpower. That creates a paradigm shift in your mind. And these are the 5 really, really good topics to understand: your desire, the need, the self-discipline, perseverance, and your willpower. So you are your own CEO of your own life, but unfortunately, the most are a CEO in a different way. And what will I meaning by CEO on a different way? More and more people, what I see, are a CEO in this way, a chief excuse officer. And that's what I love. Yeah, I cannot do it. I cannot, and etc., etc. The most of the people are not a CEO in what we thinking, but a chief excuse officer. So you have to dare to break through your thinking pattern and your habit behavior. And that takes strength. That takes self-discipline, perseverance, and willpower. And that is why it's extremely, extremely important to do everything in the right steps. So what I see is 95% of the people have mostly have a fixed mindset. I'm either good at it or I'm not. When I'm frustrated, I give up. I stick to what I know. Feedback or criticism are not personal. Failure is the limit of my abilities. I don't like to be challenged. My potential is predetermined. So that's what the most of the people. The other people who are succeed is 5%. And that are the people with a growth mindset. Failure is an opportunity to grow. I can learn to do anything I want. Challenges help me to grow. My effort and attitude determine my abilities. Feedback is constructive. I like to try new things. When you change your fixed mindset, 95%, into a growth mindset, like this way, what do you think what will be happen as an outcome in your life? Probably really, really good chance that you have created now another outcome and another image, and another reality in your life. So go back to and go to a growth mindset. I like new things. I like challenges. That helps me to grow. The more problems, the more opportunities I can fix, the more I can grow. So take the right steps. Set a clear and concrete goal in your direction. What do you want with Amplivo? What do you want to reach in the world? What is your goal? What do you want? Visualize the financial results. How does that feel? What feeling have you with this final results? Can you see yourself in that way on the end? Write affirmations that are in line with your goal. I can reach the goal. I am good. I am attract more and more people in line with my goal. And that's the affirmations you can do so. So draw up a step-by-step plan. What are you doing tomorrow, next week? What are you doing? Is that completely in line of your final results? So gather a dream team. And that's also very important. Look around you. How many people are in line with your goal? And you can now, with Amplivo, set up a dream team what is exactly in line with the same goals. That makes you even stronger. Start before you are ready. And this is one of the most things I tell a lot of people. You cannot be ready to make your first step. So start before you are ready and start walking in the direction you want to finalize. And be flexible and do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to go and to walk to your goal and your final results. And also focus all your attention on achieving your goal. And the last one, I like this as well. Never, ever give up. When you have the needs and you understand that this is your goal, this is where you're fighting for, this is where you're living for, this is my final results. Never give up. Walk in that direction. Take the right steps away. And this one, and everybody who has not read this book, please read. And if you understand what I taught in this presentation right now, you understand that you must change your thinking to get another outcome in your life as well. When I have this book reading, this was one of my eye-opening in my life. Think and grow rich. And now maybe you understand more the title of this book as well. If you don't have read this book, everybody must read it. And this is the key to success in the way you are thinking. And your dreams will manifest only as soon you start. Not next week, not tomorrow. Start today. What can you do? For example, start today to purchase this book from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, for example. Making your dreams come true is not just thinking, but also just doing. And if your mindset every day lies in what you want to achieve, you will see that you will more and more attract the right situations which are in line with your goal. And then you have a proof of concept that what you are thinking is the outcome. And then you see that you attract more and more and more in this kind of situations right away. So small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. And thinking about 3 years ago, when just plastic waste can convert it into advanced biofuel, it was just an idea. And when we start this presentation with the video of the Bangkok facility, look what we have right now. Can you imagine what we have in between now and a year, or 2 years, or 3 years? How many projects we have established right now, or in the future? 1, 2, 3, 10, 100? Small steps in the right direction. And the right direction is that we together can work together, can make a plastic waste movement together, so that we can make the difference in the world. And it just take one small step in that direction. So get help when you need help. We are here for you to help. Change your mindset. Go for it. Make your dreams come true. Amplify your voice and start as an Amplivo influencer. Thank you very much. Back to you, Roger.
Absolutely brilliant, Renee. Fantastic. Just remember, guys, Renee was explaining there that your mind is like a computer, you know, and a computer's only as good as what's fed into it. You feed rubbish in, that's the politest I can be. What are you going to get? You're going to get rubbish out. So always remember, guys, when you're in the reboot, make sure what happens when a computer goes wrong? What do? You press the button and you reboot it. Well, reboot yourself, but reboot yourself with good thoughts, great thoughts. Hang around with successful people. You want to be successful? Hang around with those type of people. Don't hang around with people that turn around to you and say, oh, come on, oh, to hell with that. Let's go down the pub. You know, or no, my favorite program's on TV. You know, what are you prepared to give up to be successful? Lots of people have. Give up certain things. Don't watch TV for 6 months or something like that. Go read a good book, like of Think and Grow Rich. Well, there's lots of good books out there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to play another little video, which Renee actually found. And this is fantastic because it really, I want you to really listen to the words. It is about 10 minutes, but it's absolutely good and can tell you how to reset your mind.
You've got two modes in the way in which your brain operates: the default mode and the direct mode. So default I call autopilot. That's like the day, that's like when your thoughts drift. It's when you're on autopilot. It's when you go through your day without even thinking. The direct mode is the mode where you're present, where you're in the moment, where you're controlling what you think about. You have a choice. You're either going to repeat what you're doing or you're going to evolve it. There are two modes in your brain. There's autopilot and the things that you default to, and then there is your ability to deliberately choose what you are going to think about. And when you start to realize and embrace the fact that being a deliberate thinker is a skill, and it is one that I want you to master, and it's one that I want you to practice. Doing a mindset reset, it's not an event. It's a process, because the negative and limiting beliefs that you have that are already set to your default, those are encoded in the default network in your brain. And so it's going to be a process that you need to repeat. You know you want to make changes, you got a lot you want to do in your life, but then you start thinking about those changes and you immediately start catastrophizing. You start worrying, you start thinking about all the reasons why it's not going to happen. This is so common, and the reason why it's common is because somebody in your past either trained you to think this way, or you've had so many bad things happen that you've trained yourself to assume and predict that bad things are always going to happen to you. There will be bad things that happen. There will. It's a fact of life. But if you are constantly allowing your mind to default to thinking that bad things will happen, or thinking that you're out of shape, or thinking that you're a loser, or thinking that you're not worthy, or thinking that things aren't going to turn out, it becomes your default mode of thinking. Your default mode of thinking, scientists call it the default mode network. The default mode network is a series of neurons in your brain that has automated certain things. The reason why we have a default mode network is because we need it. There's so many things that you and I have to do every single day that shouldn't require us to do a lot of thinking. The problem is thinking patterns become part of your default mode network. Your default mode is to say, I'm an imposter, I'm a loser, I'm not likable, nobody likes me, I'm not lovable. It has become part of your default mode network. And it's super important for you to realize that just like I could go from being a right-hander and teach myself how to be a left-hander, it is the exact same process for you to go from somebody who defaults to thinking negative garbage to becoming somebody who thinks directly. And just like learning to go from writing with your right hand to teaching yourself to write with your left hand, it is going to be a process, not an event. It is going to require you to switch out of the mode where you automatically grab the pen with your right hand and you direct your thoughts to deliberately grab this pen with your left hand. In the beginning, your handwriting is going to blow. You're not going to be able to read it very well. It's not going to feel familiar. It's going to feel clunky. The same thing is true with when you start to switch your thoughts from the things that you default to being very direct and deliberate, to thinking things that are positive, that are supportive, that are optimistic, that are full of possibility. This is the work of changing the patterns in your mind. There's no other way to do it. And you can do it. Just like you could teach yourself to go from defaulting from being a lefty to being direct and concentrating and teaching yourself to write with your right hand. You can do it. It's going to require you to move from default or autopilot into a direct way of thinking. Autopilot's great when it's helpful. It's horrendous for you when it is working against you. The number one thing that is going to stop you is the way that you think. Because if you can change how you think, you will, in fact, change your life. I believe the way that you think is a choice. I believe that you are either going to repeat the thinking patterns that you've always had this year, or you can evolve them. Because when you change how you think, you will change your life. We are trying to teach you how to become a more deliberate thinker. Think this, not that. What is your limiting belief? What is the thing that you think about yourself? Maybe your parents or your mother or your father taught you to think that way about yourself. Maybe you went through a horrible breakup and that person made you feel unworthy. Maybe you've had a bunch of setbacks in your life and that's what gave you that limiting belief. But what is your limiting belief? Now that you've identified your limiting belief, we're going to look at what is it costing you to choose to repeat it. Write down your limiting belief. I see a lot of, I'm not good enough. My mental health is holding me back. I can't run a successful business. I'm lazy and I can't do anything. I'm not healthy enough. Money is the issue. I'm scared to fail. What is the limiting belief that you have? Once you've written that down, you're afraid of failure. You don't deserve success. All that kind of stuff. I don't know how to start. These are excellent. You're doing an excellent job. The first step to moving from that default into getting deliberate is actually seeing it. So seeing it is fantastic because now we can start to understand that, whoa, this got programmed in. It's my default mode. I want to get rid of it. Here's what you're going to do in order to identify the cost, okay? You're going to ask yourself 3 questions, and they're very simple. What is this limiting belief in my case that I'm not a good person? What does it cost me in my past to think this way? What is it costing me in this present moment to think that I'm not a good person? And here's the kicker. If I don't evolve this, if I don't get deliberate, what is it going to cost me in the future to continue to think that I'm not a good person? You can't get rid of the default until you actually spot it. And now that you've seen it, I want you to realize for the rest of your life, you have a job. And your job is to make sure that when that default network kicks back up and you start to murmur that you're too old, you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, that is a moment where you have got to do a mindset reset. This isn't the voice of God talking to me. This is some programming that's set on default. I don't have to live my life and I don't have to have a future where I constantly say things that are negative to myself. This is the most miraculous thing that I've ever heard. But the point is that if you don't get deliberate, you will be stuck with the default mode of thinking. And the way that you reprogram your default mode of thinking so that the default becomes positive and the default becomes courageous and the default becomes loving is first you catch the negative default, and second, you direct it to something deliberate. So instead of thinking, no one likes me, this is mine because I think I'm a bad person. No one likes me. What I want you to think instead is the right people love me. That's pretty powerful. If you're somebody who says, I'm too old, here's what I want you to say, I have plenty of time. Or you could say, I have so much experience, I'm definitely going to succeed. If you say, I'm too young, then say anything you want, from I have plenty of time to learn what I need to learn, to being young is an advantage, to whatever it is. The point that I'm trying to make is, if your default is negative, I don't want you to think that. I want you to catch it when you do, and then I want you to think this, something positive.
That is such a powerful video, that. And I hope people got some really good out of it. What you got to do, no matter where you are in your life, you can change. You can do a reset of your mind, and you can achieve whatever you want to. Remember what we said at the beginning. I said right at the beginning of this video was, the point is, I don't think that was recorded actually, but if you want to accept change, first you must change. You must reset your mind. So thank you very much. We've done 44 minutes on here, which I think is quite good call today. Have you got anything to add, Renee?
Yes, thank you, Roger, for putting the videos on. Yeah, a very, very important thing as well is that keep in mind that everybody has get the commissions last day, and you can use your commissions till Monday, because the price of the CSR will be increased by 28th of March by 3.2 cents. So keep that in mind, that the price of the CSR the coming weeks going up and up and up. And this is a very, very good situation, because normally the price goes up on a Friday and now on a Monday. That means that you can now use your commissions to purchase new packages with the lowest price you see ever before. So that's very important to understand. And yeah, that was it for me, Roger. Thank you very much, everybody, to being on this call. Lovely to see that we have more than 50 people already in the call. So looking forward to the next week with the next maybe mystery topic as well. Thank you very much. Back to both of you, Roger.
Thank you very much. And I just wanted to wish everyone a fantastic Sunday. And if anybody is requiring anything, just reach out. Please, please, please get back to the person who invited you. If you want links to any of the calls, etc., you can always go to the official YouTube channel, which is the Amplivo International YouTube channel, which will list all the videos, most of the videos that you can have, most of that you'll want to see. So I'll learn from it all, guys, and we'll see you all again next week. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.